Science of breath, a practical guide. Controlling the breath is a prerequisite to controlling the mind and the body. Swami Rama. This book is written by Swami Rama. Introduction. This book is an examination of the breath, how it integrates different levels of our being into a functional whole, the nature of the interactions occurring on various levels, and some practical methods for modifying these interactions. The scope of discussions is vast, ranging from the physical movements of the chest and abdomen to the functioning of internal organs to the subtle play of energy flow and how it affects the mind. Precisely because it ripples influence so many human functions, a thorough understanding of the breath provides a powerful tool for expanding our awareness of the various dimensions of the body and the mind. It is also useful as a therapeutic modality. The importance of the breath can be best be appreciated by observing some of the mind's properties. For the mind tends to filter many events out of conscious awareness in order to avoid a confusing barrage of sensations. This allows it to focus on the more significant changes. In other words, a new pattern of thoughts or a new activity initially attracts much consciousness attention, but with frequent repetitions it becomes unconscious and habitual. For example, walking is effortless for an adult. It requires little or no conscious attentions, although the conscious mind can easily intervene if necessary. However, the process of integrating the moments of walking into the mind took years of trial and error before it became habitual and could be relegated to the unconscious. The internal organs, for example, the heart, kidney, liver, responds in a similar manner. Biofeedback research has shown that some of the physiological activities of these organs, previously labeled involuntarily, can be consciously controlled with training. Although much practice is usually required to become proficient in consciously controlling these organs. Breathing is unique as a physiological functions because feedback signals from the lungs and from the oxygen and carbon dioxide in the blood offset the rate and depth of breathing, and yet the act of breathing itself is an act of voluntarily muscles. For example, depending upon one's proficiency in dealing with the breath, the rate and the depth of breathing can be altered, but involuntarily reflex activity limit the degree to which this can occur. These reflexes act as safeguard and are especially important because the need to breathe is fundamental. This in part reflect the key role played by oxygen in metabolism. For without oxygen the body cannot burn food and generate energy. Modern science has come to understand many of the principles involved in the physical aspects of breathing, from the muscles and organs which transport oxygen into and throughout the body down to the molecular reactions of metabolism. However, the purely intellectual appeal of this complex physiological system has limited the scientific community. However, the purely intellectual appeal of this complex physiological system has limited the scientific community's concept of the breath to the physical level only, if though the most casual reflection indicates that the significance of breath extends beyond its purely metabolic functions. For example, our personal experience suggests that there is a relationship between emotion and the breath. For intense emotional states, appears to be associated with changes in breathing. The sob of grief and the trembling breath of anger are common examples. In addition, physical stimuli such as pain and exercise can act to change both the breath and emotional state. Once these observations are studied, a whole series of questions arises. What is the nature of relationship between the emotions and the body and breath? What is the underlying vehicle? Does the breath interact with other realms of the mind? Can emotional and physical states be altered by changing the breathing pattern? These are some of the questions which science of breath addresses. Each chapter develops one aspect of the central thesis that the breath is the link between the body and the mind, and the authors weave together the diverse scientific discoveries of the West and the rich experimental experi- experiential insight of the East into a thorough and balanced expositions. After the basic tenets of the book are outlined in the first chapter, Dr. Alan Haim presents the physiology and anatomy of the lower respiratory tract from an unusual perspective and examine the physiological and psychological effects of various breathing habits. A discussion of the nose and oft maligned but rarely understood organ and the upper respiratory tract follows in a chapter by Dr. Rudolf Ballantyne. Here, this portal is examined in terms of preparatory functions it exerts upon the incoming air stream and the complex pattern of the nervous activity and energy flow which this evokes. In the final chapter, Swami Rama describes the vehicle for the body mind interface prana. According to the ancient yoga text, prana is the most subtle unit of energy. Swami Rama discusses its organization into the pranic sheet or energy field which underlies the physical structure and functioning of the body, which is potentially under the control of the mind. The goal of science of breath is to present theoretical knowledge regarding the breath in such a way that it can be applied as a tool for the personal growth. To this end, a series of practical exercises and techniques for systematically working with the breath and controlling the flow of prana is described in details. These serve to expand breath awareness for as we observe the way in which we use our breath. Various unconscious breathing habits are identified and replaced with more beneficial ones. Just as a child overcome his clumsiness by becoming aware of his body and learning to walk, so does breath awareness gradually bring breathing under greater conscious control. As the breath is the link between the body and the mind, it can intervene in the activities of either level. With increased awareness and control of subtle aspects of breathing, these intervention can affect deep physical and psychological changes. Science of breath then open up a new avenues of being to the conscious mind, providing a powerful tool in the pursuit of truly holistic health and personal growth.